now is musicologist extraordinaire Eric Alper to talk about the biggest boy bands of all time and why in the world are we playing One Direction?
Well, not only because they're great, musical snobs over here, including everybody in this room, but 2 years ago this weekend, the devastating news came down.
There are broken hearts still.
Broken hearts are still not over it because One Direction split up 2 years ago this weekend. In fact, I have family members that are still
in shock.
Still in shock. They still can't believe it because Zayn Malik left One Direction 2 years ago, and that the group still continues to have a lot of success, even though that they're not still an active group. All of their albums went at least 2 times platinum, and 3.5 million fans saw their last tour called We Are Tour, raking in $290 million. So this was a big deal, and boy bands are a huge business because if we all want to be honest, the music industry is completely controlled by 15-year-old girls, as it should, for years and years. So boy bands have always ruled the music industry. So I thought, well, let's just take a look at the 4 and now 5 biggest boy bands of all time.
I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me
Okay, and if you can hear Christine singing along with that,
we totally need to isolate those vocals and air them for her birthday.
No,
over and over again.
You do not want to isolate the vocals, but honestly, I need to leave and go on a beach. Okay, I mean,
the Beach Boys you wouldn't think are a boy band.
Well, yeah, when I saw them on this list, I thought, oh, yeah, I guess they would be. And they certainly gave us lots of good vibrations.
Absolutely. And, of course, they've got the word, boys is actually in their name. But 100 million albums sold, 36 top 40 singles. And, for those people out there who kind of want to get off of their high horse and say, but they're not a boy band, they actually pretty much were because they were marketed towards young girls. They were a group that loved being photographed in teen magazines. They wrote about girls and cars and the beach, and those are still topics that a lot of the boy groups still talk about and sing about today.
Okay, and the next one.
your heart when you say that I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing
Definitely a boy band. 130 million albums sold. The second best-selling boy band in history. I Want It That Way is one of the most profitable songs ever. They sold 30 million copies worldwide, a number that even Taylor Swift can't reach today.
Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! I need someone. Help! When I was young, was so much younger.
Yeah, well, they certainly entranced young women.
They did, and young boys too afterwards. 178 million albums sold. The Beatles are certainly one of the biggest boy bands of all time. Not only entrancing American and UK women and around the world, but they were one of the very first bands to, of course, break through with the British invasion, which led to a lot of bands becoming boy bands, including Herman's Hermits, among others. 20 number one hits, a number that will never be broken. That's the Beatles.
All you gotta do is repeat after me. A, B, C, easy as 1, 2, 3. All simple as slow, break me. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Baby, you and me, girl. Easy as 1, 2, 3. All simple as slow, break me. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
Well, we let that one play because we like it.
Still sounds great, right? 23 top 40 singles for the Jackson 5. And, of course, the group that gave us ABC. Because a boy band is not just the strongest number one singles. And nobody on this list, whether it was the Beatles or the Backstreet Boys or One Direction, even comes close to the caliber of singles that the Jackson 5 did. The Beatles might have had more number one singles or better albums per se, but the secret and the mark of a great boy band should be that they sound young, flirty, and always awesome. And that's what the Jackson 5 still sounds like.
question, do we have any now? Is it gone? Is it a fad that sort of...
You know what? It's all taken up, not necessarily on the North American side, but if you go to the Japanese pop world, there are dozens all competing for the likes of Japanese teenage girls. And it's huge business still to this day.
So how come the Rolling Stones didn't make the list?
Because this is only a 5-minute segment. But so let's talk about then soon enough the dirty boy bands, the band that your mother would not let you be pleased knowing about.
Oh, boy. Well, Eric, this is a lot of fun. Boy bands, eh?
Yep.
Brings back memories. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for having
And
me.
we will chat with you soon. Eric Alper is brought to you by Roar Records, proud to support the indie voice.